Hey everyone. Welcome to the Yap Time podcast with me, Trevor,
And me, Raven Raspberry.
her Raven Raspberry, my beautiful fiance. Today my beautiful fiance Raven Raspberry is going to be teaching everyone how to become a streamer. Bec-
Yes,
because you were at one point in your life a full-time professional streamer
correct.
of
Games.
games.
Yeah, so if you're clicking this video and you didn't know it was a podcast, sorry about that. Or if you're watching this and you didn't know it was going to be really long, sorry. But I'm going to tell you about my experience where I streamed for like 4 years and I made it my full-time gig and how that happened and how I took out student loans and quit my job to do it and
Yeah.
did it full-time, moved away from home.
Yeah.
Uh, and eventually it brought me to LA. So
Yeah.
give you all the goss.
We've heard some streamer stories, but we've never actually heard, yeah, kind of the full story or a lot of the little details of your
Hmm.
life. I'm curious to hear because obviously I've heard about these stories and I've heard about your time as a streamer,
Hmm.
but there's a lot of things I'm curious about that I'm excited to ask you, and
Yay.
I'm excited for you to share
Hmm.
with the world and the people.
Yes.
All right. Well, where do you think is the best place to start? Is it the Xbox?
It probably is the Xbox. So, once upon a time, there was this website called Mixer, and if you're familiar with Twitch, it was like Microsoft's version of Twitch, and it was a little bit new. The vibe was a little bit more family friendly. It was a little cuter. It was
Mm-hmm.
fun.
Yeah.
The people that were there were not like your typical Twitch streamers. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say there were many like e-girls.
Mm. Well, Mixer, if I remember correctly, like two of the big, like when they started it, they signed Shroud and Ninja, right? Were
Hmm.
the two big streamers that kind of like were kicked off on it. So it did feel
Yeah.
more gaming focused.
Mm. Yeah, definitely. I think there definitely was a focus since they were so intertwined with Xbox with like console gaming.
Hmm.
Um, so that's kind of how I got started because on Xbox back then, if you had hit like right bumper, it would take you to Mixer, like a Mixer tab.
That's crazy. I didn't have
Yeah.
an Xbox at this time,
Hmm.
so I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's like how I got introduced to it actually was my boyfriend at the time. We used to play Fortnite at his house and I wanted to play Fortnite really bad, so on my old iPad Pro,
Yeah.
I downloaded Fortnite and then I would play on there and I made an account and when I was over at his house and he was like busy, I would play like in his bed but like on my account and it was like the most stressful thing. I like hated it. Because Fortnite is really stressful, especially if you don't have like a gamer background. And so I would freak out and
Yeah.
then like I hated playing by myself. And so I found the Mixer tab and I started watching people and it was like so weird to me. It was crazy because I'd never God, you watched like gaming YouTubers and stuff. I never consumed gaming content.
Hmm.
So I was like, what is this world like of
Yeah.
people? Like why are all these like people like for every age? I was like one of the people I liked the most was like this old dude with like a bald head.
Yeah.
Like it was just like such a variety of people. I was like, this is insane.
Yeah.
And like they're just so accessible to you. Like you can what?
I just love that. Like one of my favorite guys was just an old dude with a bald head. Like
Yeah.
that's such a funny
It's
description.
awesome. And eventually I met him in person at a bar and it was awesome. But okay, let me get back on track. Um, okay, so gaming.
Gaming. Yeah, you're in the
Oh, you
Mixer
said
tab.
Ninja and Shroud. Oh, yes,
Ninja
yes, yes.
Shroud, yeah.
Okay, so I go in, I'm clicking on a couple people on my Xbox. I'm not even like on an app or on my computer yet.
Mhm.
And I'm like going to people's channels and seeing God, I wish I was better with names so I could like shout out people specifically, but I'm picturing them in my head. I would go to like their stream and like type in there and be like, how long have you been doing this? And then like just like total noob, total so annoying. Just how do you stream? Like, are you on Xbox? Like just random questions, just asking people
Mhm.
like how are you doing this? Because I could not fathom it.
Yeah.
And this is like I never like in my adulthood had a PC, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, what is going on? Like, how are these people doing this? And so just total noob, like asking all
Mhm.
these like beginner questions, and, like trying to gauge what's going on. And not even a month after getting my Xbox, I went live. So yeah.
That's just I'm reeling in my head because one of the questions that I was gonna ask you was like, was there a point in your life at any point before this where you're
Mm.
like, ooh, I want to be a streamer or I want to be a content creator?
Mm.
Because for me, I started watching Twitch back in like, God, like 2014, 2015, like even
Wow.
back when Twitch was like not big. I was watching like old school RuneScape streamers like
Uh-huh.
way back in the day. And it took me until I was, living in Los Angeles or whatever to click
Mm-hmm.
go live for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that you found out about streaming and went live after 1 month is
Uh-huh.
hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, like shout out Raven from 2018. Like
Yeah.
I really respect his my entire life. It's God, for as long as I can remember, like through middle school and stuff, I wanted to do YouTube.
Hmm.
Like that was my thing. I know you saw my videos recently. You saw that I was posting like 11 years ago.
Yeah.
I was doing the whole thing, like auditioning for collab channels and like
Hmm.
just everything. I wanted to do it so bad, but I didn't have the discipline and like I felt at the time like the creativity and like I don't know, I was just so involved, especially in high school with like extracurriculars and like
Hmm.
I just didn't have the dedication is what
Yeah.
it comes down to.
Yeah.
So when I came across it, I was in college. This is my senior year of college that all this happens. And I was just so enamored with everyone doing it that I was like, okay, I'm gonna graduate this year and I'm getting my degree in marketing business. So after this, at the time, I was looking at jobs in El Paso. There's this place called Helen of Troy.
Hmm.
It's just like this really proper company who owns like brands.
Hmm.
And I went and did like a tour there, and that's like a place that was like my dream job
Wow.
at the time. I was like, this place is so awesome. These people are so cool. Like they have all these
Wow.
perks.
Yeah.
Like they have like a basketball court there and stuff.
Whoa.
I was like, this, or maybe they didn't have a basketball court, but they had basketball teams. Like
Oh,
they would do
okay.
like things together and like
Oh, yeah.
it just sounded so awesome. And I was like, okay, maybe like getting a 9 to 5 isn't that bad.
Hmm.
Like I could do this
Yeah.
and I'll graduate, get a job. And I was with my boyfriend at the time who was becoming a doctor. And I was like, perfect. Like this makes sense.
Hmm.
Everything's going to be great. And then found Mixer. And part of me was like, okay, but if I graduate and then I have to get a 9 to 5 without trying this, I'm gonna have to self exit. Like I'm
Yeah.
gonna freak out. Like
Yeah.
I have to try, or I'm gonna like regret it forever.
Yeah.
Because again, I hadn't really given a good effort to the YouTube stuff, and I was already
Mhm.
regretting that.
Yeah.
So I knew I had to do it. So looked into webcams, was looking into everything. Found like the webcam that just kind of everyone used, which was
Mm.
the Logic. I
Uh,
don't know the number anymore, but you know the one.
Logitech G920,
Logitech. Yes.
I believe.
Yes, you're correct.
That's still the one that I have. It's on my PC.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I got the Logitech. It was like $50 at Best Buy,
Mhm.
and then you could plug that baby right back into the back of your Xbox.
Yeah.
And then because you already had a headset, like it would just take that audio, and you were live.
That's so crazy. I didn't know that it was that easy to stream from
Hmm.
an Xbox. I didn't realize, I don't know. I was always under the assumption that yeah, you had to route it like through a PC or something.
Hmm.
Like you had to have some sort of like broadcasting software, but
Hmm.
that's crazy.
Yeah. No, it that was like their thing, like that, just making it so accessible and like integrating Xbox into streams and making that a thing. So, they got me. They got me, and I don't know. I had like some lights at the time, like some umbrella lights. I took them downstairs because I obviously was playing on my living room TV,
Mhm.
and so this is funny. I had my really terrible setup headset, $50 webcam, and I used to like pull my sofa off of the wall so that I could be like facing the TV because it just wasn't before then, and then I would go live, and if my mom was at work, I would tell her that she had to go straight upstairs when she got home. And there was a few times where you could see her like going up the stairs in the background,
Oh my
like trying to be all
God.
quiet. And I think my first stream was like 5 minutes long. It was like
Wow.
a test stream. Like
Yeah.
I had it up on my laptop and was like
Mhm.
trying to see if everything was working.
Yeah.
And it was. And I have this photo on my Instagram. If you like go down a while, and it's in a carousel, but it's just me and like doing the okay sign at
Yeah.
the at the webcam and just smiling, and you could see like the blinds in the background from my living room.
That's awesome.
And it was awesome. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. That's like really weird. I don't know how I'm gonna do this,
Mhm.
but I knew I wanted to try. So on Mixer, something they were really good about was like building community.
Mhm.
And there was this channel called the Hype Zone,
Okay.
I think, something like this.
Yeah.
Hype Zone. And so what it would do is it would go every hour on the hour, it would switch to the feed of a partnered streamer.
Okay.
So if you're partnered on Mixer, like you're legit, you're making money, and you were live, then you had the chance to be featured in the hype zone.
Okay.
And so it's kind of like getting a host.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then all those people are in your chat, and it's like really nice. It's fun,
Okay.
especially like learning Mixer. It was like a place to make friends.
Yeah.
You could like hang out in the chat. I made one of my friends be ghosted, in that chat, which is funny because yeah, he was just around for like my whole streaming career. And yeah, like I made friends on there. I think before I even went live, I had like 30 followers from making friends
Oh wow.
in that chat. And then
Awesome.
so I just started streaming. I can't even recall the early days other than knowing that I didn't know what to say. So like I would just kind of ramble on about
Mm-hmm.
what I was doing in Fortnite. I'd be like, okay, now I'm gonna jump off this hill, I guess. Like literally just verbalizing everything you're doing.
Yeah. Which honestly is like pretty much all that like gaming
Yeah.
content is.
Mm-hmm.
Like so much of gaming content, I've consumed a lot of it. But
Mm-hmm.
like looking back, especially like watching like gaming YouTubers just
Mm-hmm.
doing let's plays of videos is just them going like, oh my God, like what's through this door? Holy shit, I found this thing. Like, wait
Yes.
a minute, what? I can't believe I found that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
it
you were
literally
doing
just
great.
narrating. And
Mm-hmm.
that's like what you have to do. That I probably had read that somewhere. Like I probably looked up how to stream. And people were like, just make sure you're talking.
Yeah.
And it's a really great point, and it's like the basic point. It's the number one rule is you don't want someone to click onto your stream and then you're just sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be saying something. So I would like tell stories to myself about like my day
Yeah.
and like just talk about things. And yeah, I guess people started coming into my chat and it was really weird and crazy. And then they started wanting to play with me. And so I don't recommend this. I used to do open lobbies, which is
Oh,
basically just
yeah.
I would unprivate my lobby and then people would come in as fast as they could.
Yeah.
And then we would play like a squad.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
And I would rotate them out after every game. And it's a really great way to grow at the beginning.
Yeah.
Not sustainable. And a little bit risky. I don't recommend. But that's how I started. And then once people started showing up, I was like, this is legit. And then I knew I needed to get a PC because Xbox quality, not it just wasn't optimized. I mean, it's an Xbox.
Yeah.
It wasn't really built to be streaming and playing and like doing things at the best quality. So
yeah. Plus, there's less, less stuff that you can do on an Xbox. Once you get a PC, you can start to add widgets and sounds, alerts, things like that.
Yeah, no, at the beginning, it literally was just like the game and then like me in the corner.
Yeah.
And you can only choose like certain places for your camera to be. So it was just like a set spot. And then I knew I needed a PC. So I was like looking on Craigslist, like, I don't know. I had a job. I was working as a writing tutor at the time, but I wasn't making like crazy money. I think I was making like $500-600 a month.
And you've graduated college at this point?
No.
No, you're still in the end last year.
Yes. So this is the end of 2018.
Okay.
And I'm set to graduate like May 2019.
Okay.
So it's the first semester.
Cool.
And so I'm looking on Craigslist, of course, for like, little options because I don't want to invest too much money. And I find this PC tower with a monitor, 2 monitors? Yes, 2 monitors, $300.
Wow.
Amazing deal.
Yeah.
It was not a good computer. But I went and I picked that bad boy up. I took my boyfriend at the time and I was like, can you just like, I don't know, like make sure it turns on and like check the specs or something? Like, I don't know anything. And so we made the guy turn it on and like open up the hardware settings and stuff. And he's like, yeah, like it's fine. It looks good. And I mean, that thing was like, it had like an i5 chip in it.
Wow.
It had like 8 gigabytes of like RAM.
8 gigabytes of RAM?
It was just like really terrible. It was really bad.
But you made it work.
Yes. So what I ended up doing, Mixer had this software that would let you like stream your webcam to the software and then you could access it on your computer.
Okay.
So you stream it from Xbox.
From Xbox too. Okay.
And then you can like access it and create scenes and stuff.
Okay.
Not even in the PC, not on like a software, but it was like on a website, which was really big for me because my computer, it was not good.
Yeah.
I know that's really convoluted, but basically I started doing that to like, start branding myself and like making little like scenes and like using graphics and stuff. And really, really quickly, things on Mixer were just so different at the time. You truly had to be there to understand. But I just like started taking off.
Yeah.
Like on a Mixer, it was like crazy because it wasn't very saturated. This is before Ninja and Shroud.
Okay.
So I'm like just growing very easily. I don't know how to explain it or like even
Yeah.
comprehend honestly like why that was happening.
Yeah.
And then a big moment was when they signed Ninja
Mm-hmm.
because like that day I remember when they announced it, like all of us were like, we all have to go live and play Fortnite right now
Yeah. He's gonna
because
be
so many
there.
people are going to be there. Yeah. And so like we did, and oh my God, I don't even know where to like take this story. It was just like a magical time, and shout out the people who made Mixer because it literally
Yeah.
was like so freaking great. And when I first found them, they had just done, if you know conventions, PAX,
Mm-hmm.
which is just like a smaller gaming convention.
Yeah.
They had all just like gone to PAX, and I just started following these people, and I was like, where everyone's going to PAX? Like,
Mm-hmm.
what is this? Like, I want to go. And then there was going to be a PAX in January.
Mm-hmm.
And so I knew I needed to commit. And I was like, I can't, like, with my school schedule, my job, and everything, I literally can't stream like more than once a week.
Yeah.
And I was like, how am I going to make this work again? Because I don't want to regret it for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I went through college entirely funded by the government. Shout out FAFSA. And so I had the option to take out like extra loans.
Yeah.
So like you have the loans that they just give you, and like you don't have to pay back, and then you can also opt in for the ones that you have to pay back.
Mm-hmm.
So I never had to take out any that I needed to pay back. Um, but I had the option to.
But you had the option to.
So I kind of talked to my mom about it a little bit, and I was like, I think I kind of want to try this thing.
Yeah.
And she wasn't like unsupportive. She wasn't like, obviously, she didn't like get it,
Yeah.
but she was like, like if you want to, like, like you should go for it. Like
Yeah.
you're young. Like this is like the only time, like you can really do something like this.
Yeah.
So in the middle of the semester, I took out that loan, and I quit my job October.
October.
So I don't know, what does the semester start? Like August, September?
Yeah.
So I'm already quitting my job October, taking out loans. I had a couple trips I needed to go on in October, so like I wasn't able to stream. And then just November and on, I was like, this is gonna be my thing. Like I'm gonna commit to this. So I took out the money to like support myself through the rest of college, basically.
Yeah.
Because I was working, and like I would obviously pay for my own books and like food and stuff, but I knew I needed like money from somewhere to continue doing that, and I
Yeah.
didn't know what Mixer was gonna be for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I took out like, I don't know, like maybe like 3 or 4 grand, I think.
Okay.
Just to have like good, like, like a little reserve. And I think probably in November or December, I got my first big donor.
Oh, okay.
Which was bonkers.
Yeah.
Because it was so early in my career. I had like tips like a $5, a $3, like
Mm-hmm.
I put up little donations like ring light, $80, like the bar.
Yeah.
And I was like, that would be crazy.
Yeah,
But, if somebody wants to support, I'm going to put it there for them.
Mm-hmm.
And one day I'm streaming and somebody just donates the whole amount.
That's crazy.
And I legitimately, I haven't been so nervous that my voice like quivers
Yeah.
in a really long time. So this is funny to think about. But I was like stressing. I was
my
stressing
God.
because I was live, and I had like my regulars at this time like watching me.
Yeah.
And this big donation comes in from somebody I've never seen before.
Mm-hmm.
Like no, haven't even typed in chat or anything. And I was like, I'm getting scammed. I fully truly believe that they were going to what is it called when you take it back?
Like refund or
Yes, it has a
Uh,
name, but yeah, basically where you go to PayPal and you're like, hey, this
Mhm.
was not legal.
yeah. Charge back.
Chargeback.
Charge back. Something like that.
I'm trying to get cozy with this blanket, but it's not going over my shoulder.
No, take a second. I could do a little intermission. You've been talking a bit if you want.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Yeah, everyone. We saw Superman. Really good. We saw Fantastic Four. Really good. Hopefully, looking forward to Weapons. That the new movie coming out. Anyway, you good?
Okay, so I think I'm getting scammed. I'm freaking out.
Mm-hmm.
They drop a couple more donations during that time, and I remember getting off early from stream and like DMing them because they joined my Discord, and DMing them and being like, hey, like I really appreciate this. Like I'm more than happy to send it back. Like if you need, like I don't know what's going on. Like I appreciate
my
you, but like
God.
if you like like just let me know. Like I'm more than happy, you know?
That's so
I
adorable.
was freaking out.
No, I
And
get it. I get it.
they were just like, no, like I want you to have it. Like it's great, like whatever. And this person just like ended up becoming obviously like a good friend of mine and
Mm.
like a longtime viewer and a longtime supporter. And his name was Phoenix. And
Phoenix, Valorant reference?
yes, well his online name is Phoenix, but yes. Um yeah, and he just came through and helped me get a lot of things that I needed to build my setup and a lot of things that I still have today, honestly. Like the monitor that I'm looking at as we film this, like he purchased that for me. A lot of the things for my
Wow.
PC
Okay.
were funded by him, and
Yeah.
like my Go XLR, like just I literally would not have had the growth and success that I had without him.
Yeah.
So I'm very, very grateful for that. And it was truly, honestly, like a life changing generosity from him.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, because like
Yeah.
nothing else would have happened. I think like
No,
the
yeah.
quality of my streams, like obviously have an impact on like audience and like retention and stuff like that. And so I was able to make a lot of really like big upgrades, like the camera I have at my setup and everything, and like the
Yeah.
lenses for that because of him. And of course, like the rest of my community who all like pitched in and were supportive at the time. So that was the beginning. And Ninja was there, Shroud was there. Everything was going really great. I did that live stream with Live Poseidon. I was growing, growing, growing.
Mm-hmm.
I reached like over 40,000 followers on Mixer.
Yeah.
And then let me think. Timeline. So I break up with my boyfriend, I graduate,
Okay. And by
and
this point you were growing. You've
growing.
grown.
Yes.
You were
Yeah, like in January is when I go to the
okay.
PAX South.
Yeah.
So I go to PAX and I meet with a bunch of people, a bunch of like fans, fellow streamers
Mm-hmm.
and staff. The staff at Mixer was so amazing.
Yeah.
They were incredible, incredible people who truly loved what they were doing, and they were all incredibly nice to me. And
Mm-hmm.
I honestly like what? Like I'm just thinking about how many people like took a bet on me, you know?
Yeah.
Because they were it trying to think how to explain this. Like I if I had attempted to stream on Twitch the way I did on Mixer, I don't think I would have found success.
Yeah.
Obviously, like supporters helped, but once I was on that live stream with Ice Poseidon, so PAX is when I did the big Scuff Brother thing,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
that live stream with them. I've
Mm-hmm.
talked about it in another episode, but that was really big for exposure, of course. And
Yeah.
then um, they started putting me on the front page,
Mm-hmm.
and that's like a Mixer like staff, like they chose who were like being put on the front page.
Yeah.
So I think this is after I get partnered, actually. So sorry to go a little out of order, but um every time I'm live, I'm featured on the front page. There's a
Yeah.
photo of me. Um I have screenshots on my phone of me like next to Shroud, next to Mixer on the front page, like
Yeah.
because I basically am given like a golden ticket to
Yeah.
like getting new viewers.
Yeah.
So once I do the live stream with Ice Poseidon, I think I have like 18,000 followers. And then in the next, like, no. I must have been much lower than that. It was a monumental moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then just very, very rapidly, I grew to 42K
Yeah.
or 43, whatever it was, because of like being on the front page. And then everything's like going amazing. It's
Mm-hmm.
going great. I'm super excited to dye my hair purple. I'm
Yeah.
making, I hate to say it just because it's like kind of gross, but I'm making so much money
Yeah.
for my age and like what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Mixer had this thing at the time, which is crazy. And like we all should have known that Mixer was, spoiler alert, not gonna live. But if you're watching a streamer, you used to get currency as a
Okay.
viewer.
Okay.
And you would get like, I don't know, like let's say every minute you'd get like 10 points or something.
Okay.
I don't
It's
know
like,
what it was.
it's like channel points, kind of.
Yes,
Yeah.
channel points, but just for anyone.
Like global.
Yes, globally. So they released this thing right before Ninja got signed, actually. Or actually, no, it must have been a thing already, but I got access to it because I got partnered.
Okay.
It was like this crystal, and your viewers could donate these points to fill the crystal.
Okay.
And every level of crystal that you filled would like equal cash money.
It's like a quest.
Yes. So you would rally together your audience and
Yeah.
like they would obviously also just out of their own will, but like donate these points.
Yeah.
And then as you went up, at some point I was making like $500 a week
My God,
off of these points that people were earning for free.
fill my crystal, bro.
Yeah. It was insane.
That's absurd.
And then on top of that, donations and subs and whatnot.
Subs and ad type.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was just the perfect storm. I was living my best life.
Yeah. And you're not living in Austin at this point.
Mm-mm.
You're still in El Paso.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So I've graduated. I'm still in El Paso in my bedroom, living with my mom. This is pre-pandemic. Yeah. So I don't really know where I'm going in life, but I'm feeling pretty awesome.
Yeah.
About all of this. Everything's going really well.
No expenses. Like you're just living life, streaming, making money.
Yes.
The dream.
Literally the dream.
You're living the dream.
And then one day in like June or July, we all wake up to the announcement that Mixer is closing in 30 days.
Rest in peace. The Ninja contract. When Michael Zrejic went back to Twitch.
Yeah. They paid them so much money.
They paid them so much money.
I don't remember the number exactly, but I think Ninja was paid like $4 million.
Yeah. No,
at the get.
Millions of signing bonus, millions of dollars. I remember when that news came out, and I was like, because that was a big deal. I mean, I was watching a lot of Shroud at that point.
Really?
And that was a big deal when he left Twitch. It was like, oh my God, Mixer is signing Shroud.
Yeah.
They're paying him a ton of money. Like that, I was kind of sad. Because I used to watch him all the time, and I was one of those guys like, I'm not making a Mixer account. I'm not gonna go watch him on Mixer. So yeah, rest in peace to I think that was when he was playing a lot of PUBG back in the day.
That makes sense because I remember going to a stream and being like, "What is this?"
Probably a lot of PUBG, probably a lot of Rainbow Six.
Yeah,
that was his prime time when I was watching a lot of Shroud actually.
Oh my God. Yeah, well, we got him.
Yeah. Well, we got him,
and then that eventually led to our demise. So. I was laying in bed, didn't even get out of bed. I think I was crying on the Instagram story. Like,
yeah,
everyone was just freaking out.
Yeah.
Like, at this point, I've graduated. I don't have a job. Like, in graduation, like, you're walking to, like, go into the waiting room and stuff. They have people handing you cards. Like, do you have a job? Do you need help getting a job? What is your job? And my card, I give it to the lady. It's like, no, I don't have a job. No, I don't need help getting a job. Like,
wait, at your college graduation?
Yeah.
They give you, okay.
I don't know if this is a thing everyone does, but it's like it's with good intent. Like,
okay, no, yeah. Actually, I remember when I was graduating culinary school, we had like a job placement program.
They're just like trying to extend some help.
Yeah.
And I remember filling out that card and just being like, no job want. Like, just, nothing.
Don't need it. I'll be good.
And I was like, this is crazy, but this is a card I'm handing in. And yeah, it was just devastating. It was like probably one of the worst days of my life. I felt like everything was falling apart and nothing could ever like bounce back from this. I'm serious. Like, I mean, everything in my life at that point, like, pandemic just started.
No, yeah.
We're a couple months in the pandemic. I live with my mom. I was literally looking at apartments like the month before to move out on my own.
Yeah.
And just everything like falls out of my fingers. Like I lose it just like that. And so
no, 100%. Also, I mean, at this point, like Twitch at this point, especially in the pandemic, is so oversaturated. Like it's so hard to grow on Twitch. Like, I think with Mixer, you probably hit it at such a good time because it was a new thing and they're like really pushing growth. Like, and there was less saturation, less people over there. Whereas like going to Twitch and trying to like build on Twitch is like, it feels impossible.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. Like, moving over to Twitch was really hard, I think, on my mental. Obviously not being featured front page every time, like, it was a different ball game entirely. And I wouldn't have survived on Twitch if I'd started over there because I wasn't doing any of the stuff that someone needs to do to succeed long term. I was posting, Instagram stories and like cute selfies and maybe like a transition TikTok every once in a while.
Yeah.
But I wasn't posting clips. I wasn't making YouTube videos. I wasn't doing anything. I had all my eggs in one basket. So when I went to Twitch, it took me so long to like figure out what? Like
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
And again, I wasn't disciplined. I knew I needed to start doing more and I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and everything was still kind of okay. Like view count, of course, dropped and everything.
Yeah.
My stream was still baller. Like it was awesome
Yeah.
and the quality was amazing.
Your stream was awesome.
But yeah, just that the exposure was so low
Mm-hmm.
and you truly like cannot expect Twitch to give that to you. And
Yeah.
I wasn't doing anything to get eyes on me, so things just kind of stalled out a little bit. Like I thankfully, even though my community was relatively small, like when I switched over to Twitch, I went with like 4,000 followers.
Okay. Yeah.
And which is like, you know, a good little beginning.
That's a good chunk. It took me a while, even like, I don't know, when I was streaming more regularly, like to get like 5K followers. Like I
Mhm.
remember thinking like that was a big thing.
Yeah.
So to come over with 4,000, it's
Yeah.
not nothing to laugh at.
Yeah, no, but also something to laugh at is that I came over with like 4K, and I think if you look now today, I have like 8K followers.
Hey, that's doubled your channel size.
Yeah, but I was streaming on Twitch for like over like maybe a few years, you know? So just to give viewers context on how different it was. Like I was on Mixer for I think like eight months.
Yeah, I mean, discoverability on Twitch has always just been nothing. It's
Mhm.
like you have to. Why everyone just clip farms, you know? It's
Mhm.
like you just kind of like are hoping you got to do something insane, like to
Try to
get
get on.
featured on live stream fails
Yes.
and get a bunch of people to watch your stream,
Uh-huh.
and then you have to be really disciplined to like once people have like our eyes are on you to just like really like take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Which is hard to do.
Mhm.
There is an element of like you just kind of got to get lucky in some ways. Like you do need to put in a lot of hard work, but if you really want to succeed, there is an element of like something has to happen that gets people to look at your stream.
Mhm.
Because there are situations like no matter how hard you work, you can't force people to click on your link,
Yeah.
you know?
Like I wish I could, but you can't like send out a link to everyone's phone and be like, "Hey, I'm live."
Yeah, someone has to host you, or you have to do something crazy that someone clips and puts on Reddit, or yeah, you're a part of some YouTuber video of I'm going into streams with no viewers and donating $1,000, like something like that has to happen.
Well, I'll tell you because it happened to me. Even if you're in a video like that, it doesn't necessarily convert.
That happened to you?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Phase K.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, he came into my stream when I don't know when it was, but it was like a Christmas video and he was like, "Hey, I'll give you $500, but you have to go buy everything right now live on stream."
To go buy everything?
Yeah. So like he was like, you have like a minute or something, like go and buy it. So I went onto Amazon and I was like, what the?
Oh, he's giving you $500, but you have to spend it all.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So I was in one of those videos. That's funny. We should go watch it back. What did I even get? I got one of my friends like a USB extender.
Just get like $500 worth of Funyuns.
Yeah. No, literally, I'm like, I probably got like gummy worms or something.
If you asked me right now, if you gave me $500 to spend on Amazon and said I have 1 minute to do it, I actually don't know if I would be able to do it.
It's hard.
I would be so confused. I'd be like, I don't even know what things I need or want.
No, literally. And then it's like, I'm not, I don't know. It's a stressful situation.
I'd buy like I'd probably do something like buy like $500 worth of like Polaroid film. Just be like, I'm just gonna have Polaroid film for a year.
Yes. No, I literally looking back after it happened, I was like, I wish I would have just spent all of the money straight away, because I don't think I've spent the full amount.
Yeah.
And like I could have just canceled the order.
Yeah.
Like after he left.
That's so funny. Oh my God.
Yeah. So I mean, I did have a handful of people come from the video, but not like a crazy amount.
Yeah.
Okay, gosh, where are we in this story?
Okay, so you've moved to Twitch. You've got like 4,000 followers. This is early pandemic days. You were looking at apartments, thinking about wanting to move out. You're not sure. You're in a limbo zone of your streaming career.
Yeah.
What were the steps that kind of led up? Because you moved to Austin. Was that like what kind of led up to that?
I just knew I wanted to get out of my mom's house. I think I'm 21, 22 at the time. And without going into grand detail, I wanted to get out of my mom's house.
Yeah.
And I needed some space, and it was pandemic, and my my plans had kind of crashed and burned, and so I was, trying to get my footing, see how things were going to be on Twitch again.
Yeah.
And I was at the point where I was like, okay, maybe I won't move out and get my own apartment, but I could do roommates.
Yeah.
Like that could be fun.
Yeah. And there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of like streamer community in Austin. A lot of people live there.
Yeah, Austin's like a hot spot. And so I was like, where else? Like, why not? Like do something big if I'm gonna move. Like, make it worth it.
Yeah.
And so I was on the hunt for roommates, and I trying to figure out what the best way to tell this is. At the time, I was very thrilled and happy and excited and into the idea of moving in with two of my viewers.
Yeah. Sorry, just for timeline's sake, at what point are you moving to Austin? What, like, is this, what year is it? Kind of late 2020 or is it into 2021?
It's not very late. So if pandemic's 2020, this is probably like the end of like 2020. I'm talking about it with them, and then we moved 2021 early,
Okay,
like
cool.
March, April.
Okay, cool.
So we bounced back quickly. I'm, still trying to make moves.
Yeah.
And two of my viewers, a lot of my viewers at the time were like just kind of like low key streamers. Just like people who were streaming consistently but didn't have like a big fan base, and like definitely a lot of my community. Like I would host them and stuff, and we would try to like help each other. But I got incredibly close to my viewers.
Yeah.
Ooh, things are taking a dark turn.
Oh no.
I'm trying to think. This topic is something I've never talked about like online. So this is like, all of this is something I've kind of like, when everything started happening, I just vanished from the internet.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm just thinking there's people who are definitely going to see this and hear all of this for the first time.
Do I know?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe I'm gonna get some juicy new info.
No, but this is, I guess, like the dark side of streaming. Like, I give a lot of advice, and I warn a lot of streamers, and I try to give out this general, just advice. I moved in with two of my really great friends who I'd met before in person and everything. The vibes were great. Love them. Pandemic, I mean, we're on Discord and playing games all the time. So it's like, these people are my friends.
Oh yeah.
I'm not seeing anyone else. Like I'm eating to-go Chili's with my mom, and then I'm streaming and then spending all night with these people.
Yeah.
So we decided to move in together. Beautiful apartment in Austin. My rent was like probably $600. I have the master bedroom.
I'm gonna throw up. $600 a month you paid?
I think our apartment was like $1,600 or $1,800 for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, open concept island, beautiful place.
I'm gonna throw up.
It was amazing. It was a dream, like I'm gonna move in with my internet friends. I'm gonna become a content machine with these people who understand what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have the master bedroom, my dog, like everything's perfect. I have not only a shower, but a tub, like walk-in closet, like beautiful.
Oh my God. You're living life. You're in Austin. You've moved out. Things
beautiful.
Are, you had the lull having to switch over to Twitch, but you're peaking again.
Yes. There's just no way to say this other than don't move in with people who you don't know. One of my roommates got, and probably always was, obsessed with me. Like unsafe.
Yeah.
Not fun. Just not great. Looking back, I think he literally moved just to, in his eyes, be with me.
Be closer to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's from LA.
Wow. And he moved to Austin.
Yes.
To just move in with you.
No job, no education. Just, I was like, listen, man, move to Austin. You can pursue your music. Like, I'll help you grind. Like, because I was also making music at the time. And it was like, let's make this a really fun, creative environment. We'll all help each other. It's going to be great.
Yeah. The reasonable, fun thing. Does he still live
Yeah.
here in LA? Should we hang out with him?
No, he still lives in Austin, I think. But yeah, looking back, I think he literally just moved. He was like, living off of unemployment at the time. And I was like, well, you'll just, you'll get like a job. Like it's your rent's gonna be like $400, so you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And it all felt really, really cool for a little bit. And then it got to a point where I just couldn't even go to the store without him wanting to come with me. I couldn't go out of my room into the kitchen without him coming out and trying to talk to me. He was in my stream, and then as soon as I ended stream, he'd be out in the living room area to
Oh my
like
God.
catch me while I go get and make dinner.
Sounds like me.
But it's like unwanted.
Yeah.
And so I felt incredibly like smothered.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm also not afraid of confrontation.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been very, very straightforward with people, and I'm not afraid to be like blunt or
Yeah.
to just say it how it is. Like I don't beat around the bush at all.
Yeah.
And so I just kind of was like, hey, like this is never going to be a thing. Like
Mm-hmm.
I need you to stop, and I want to, go to Target by myself.
Yeah.
Like I can't, like I know you don't have a car, but I can't be your only lifeline here.
Yeah.
Like I need you to do something for yourself. And every time that I tried to set a boundary or communicate that to him, it was very like, he'd be like very understanding,
Yeah.
but nothing would change.
Mm.
And it got to the point, there was one time I was in my room and I there were so many times where actually I would go sit in my closet on Snapchat and be just my worst self, sending a voice note on this phone, like angry, yelling, cursing him out, calling him names,
Oh my God.
begging him to leave me alone.
Oh my God.
And he's across the living room in his bedroom.
Yeah.
And he just will not give it up.
Jesus.
And unfortunately, this starts like pretty early on.
Yeah.
So now I'm living in this apartment
Mm-hmm.
with somebody who honestly makes me scared for my safety.
Yeah.
And I feel like I can't go into the living room. Every time I want to make food or grab something, I'm like preparing myself to open the door.
Yeah.
And like I'm hoping he's not out there.
Yeah.
And I'm like running out of my room, grabbing stuff and running back. Like I'm just trying to avoid everyone at every inch.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the other person who was roommating with us, I tried to tell him and like kind of ask for support and say like, hey, like he's really making me uncomfortable and like things are not going good. Like,
Yeah.
just, almost like just venting.
Yeah.
And trying to tell him that. I remember we were in the Popeyes drive-through the day before Thanksgiving.
Wow. Lovely.
And I'm hoping that he's gonna be like, oh my God, like, yo, like I'll talk to him or something.
Yeah.
Because also this guy is like, I think probably like 8 years older than us.
Yeah.
He's like, a guy with a job. He's like a whole man.
Yeah.
Like,
Normal,
and
well-adjusted dude.
Somewhat,
Somewhat, maybe no.
a normal, well-adjusted dude who like isn't in a relationship, doesn't have friends, works full-time at like a car dealership, like, and plays video games every other moment.
Okay.
And literally is drinking like a pack of like White Claws every day.
Okay. Gamer.
Yeah. So I mean, but I didn't think poorly of him. You know, I was just like, he's a guy and he drinks and he has a job.
Creepy. Yeah.
Right. And so I remember telling him in this drive-through all of that. And his response to me was, well, you can't blame a guy for trying to get some.
Whoa. Oh my God. I just threw up in my mouth.
Literally, I feel queasy even thinking about it.
That's awful.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard that before. I'm so sorry. That is.
I've never told you that.
You've never told me that. No, not that
Yeah.
like detail. I knew about creepy guy who made you uncomfortable, but saying, well, can you blame a guy for trying to get some is insane.
Yeah.
Oh.
And these are the two guys that I'm living with.
Oh my God.
And so now I really don't feel safe.
Yeah.
This guy is obviously not a girl's girl.
Yeah.
If something were to go wrong, I don't have faith in him to protect me or to do the right thing after
Yeah.
hearing that. It's just like everything I thought I knew about these people is like, I'm like, how did I end up with
Mm-hmm.
these monsters?
Yeah.
And yeah, things just really freaking sucked. It was terrible. It was awful.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where I was going about my life and streaming and stuff and, you know, trying to keep it cool. And like, obviously it's a little bit weird because my community is so intertwined with like these people
Mm-hmm.
and me. And like,
Yeah.
it's weird that like now these two people aren't coming into my stream. I'm not, you know, supporting them. We're not really talking. Like
Mm-hmm.
things are just weird. And I know people can tell. And I get migraines very easily induced by stress.
Mm-hmm.
I've pretty much gotten them, I think, like ever since high school. And at this time, I don't know that they're induced by stress.
Yeah.
So I'm just getting migraines like multiple times a week. And I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? I fundraise on my stream to go to a chiropractor because I'm like, you know, maybe my posture, I'll figure it out. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like desperately trying to find some relief in any way from like this situation.
Yeah.
I don't have friends in Austin. Like the one person I know is like an hour away.
Yeah.
And because things went wrong so early on, like I didn't meet new people and like it's the
Mm-hmm.
pandemic. So like I'm not going out. It's just
Yeah.
things did not go the way I was hoping.
Yeah, you're kind of unfortunately trapped in this apartment,
Yes.
and now you're just in a really awful situation, and you've signed a 1-year lease or
Yes.
something, and
Yeah, exactly. So it's the day that Mixer announced
Yeah.
they're ending all over again.
but for 2 months straight.
Yes, and it's worse because again, I'm like I wish I could even recreate. Like I can't, like the amount of just like honestly like hatred and just like fury that I felt like trying to get this person to listen to me
Mm-hmm.
was so desperate and so intense. Like I at the time I was like I knew everything was pretty bad and I think I knew the situation was not normal, but now that I'm like way out of it,
Mm-hmm.
looking back, I'm like, I cannot believe like emotionally I was going through that like basically every day.
That's awful.
Like the strain of living like that,
Yeah.
it was worse than when I was living with my mom.
Yeah.
Like it's literally like, and it's so frustrating because these people knew like that I was like trying to get away from something and
Yeah.
trying to like start over. And it just, oh my God, it made me so mad. It was just so disrespectful. And I
Yeah.
think at the core, like that's really what bothered me.
Yeah.
So yeah, things super sucked. And then uh I think the last thing that I'll say where it's like bad and then we'll start getting good again.
Okay. Okay.
I when I would stream and stuff, I asked him to like stay away from me entirely. So like I didn't want him in my stream. Like there was a few times where he would come
Yeah.
in and like drop a purple heart or something and I was like,
You,
ew,
like grow up.
obsessive freak.
Yeah.
And then like so I keep setting that boundary and then eventually like he stops coming in, but then one day I'm checking my clips after stream and he had been clipping stuff while I'm streaming.
Yeah.
And he's across the living room in his bedroom.
Uh.
And that was a turning moment for me. And I think ever since that point, streaming was hard.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't able to keep streaming.
You couldn't relax and have fun with it because you knew there was this looming kind of weird, awkward presence, scary energy that was right across the hall that was obsessed with you in a weird way. Like you never, yeah. I mean, you didn't feel safe.
Yeah.
So how are you gonna have fun and relax and chill and stream with people and have a fun environment if you're worried about this weirdo who is literally in your home?
Yeah.
That you can't get out.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like I felt like I couldn't leave my room.
Yeah.
And then I was in my room and I felt like I couldn't even be there. Like,
because he was still in there.
Yeah.
Like,
literally.
Yeah.
Ugh. Okay. So that's basically how things end off. I mean, eventually when I move off, I'm just going to like close this chapter because I don't want to talk about him anymore. Like there's some sort of, what's the word? Just being polite.
Oh,
I,
some sort of being polite.
yeah, there's a level of, you know, like just trying to pretend that everything's okay,
Yeah.
especially towards the end.
Yeah.
Like,
There's a word and I can't think of
I
it.
can't think of it
There's
either.
there's a level of politeness.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think we leave with the illusion of like, yeah, maybe we'll be friends. You know, I'm
Mhm.
gonna be in LA, like maybe, you know, but it's like literally as soon as we get the safety deposit back or whatever,
Yeah.
I block them both on everything and like
Yeah.
block their numbers. Like,
Yeah.
haven't heard, looked, seen, thought of them since. Like, you
Mhm.
know,
Yeah.
but the good thing that happens,
Yeah.
despite all of this, in the storm, 100 Thieves, a really, really cool gaming company that represents a lot of like fun streamers and
Mhm.
like people who kind of, you know, make me think, you know, maybe I could be like them, like Nico Lol, like
Mhm.
kind of has my vibe going on, like
Yeah.
cutesy e-girl thing on the internet. Like
Yeah.
she's signed by them and like they've got Valkyrie and um Tina Kitten, Brooke, like all of
Yeah.
these people, and it seems really fun. Like, you know, in the gaming space, it's hard to find like a company that feels really woman friendly, and
Mhm.
they're making really big efforts to kind of be inclusive, and they make clothes and like they do cool events, and everything is just so awesome about them.
Yeah.
They have an intern person called
Mhm.
JHB,
JHB.
and they post a TikTok saying, "Hey, like." JHB's like, I'm an intern and like that's how I started and now we're looking for more interns. Like,
Yeah.
if you want to be an intern for 100 Thieves, post a video and let us know why.
Yeah.
And so I cook and I I kind of have been known at this point for my parody songs.
Yeah.
It's how I got partnered on Mixer. It's just like what I do. Like everything good that's coming from my life has come from a parody song.
Oh my god, and we still have never made
And
one.
we've still never made one. But so I at the time, Kid Leroy is trending on TikTok with Stay.
Mhm.
And they're everyone's doing the trend with like drones and stuff where they spin around people. And it's this trend where you're doing a little dance and then the drone goes around you and like the song's playing. I don't
Yeah.
know, but literally everyone did it. Like freaking like Mario Brothers and stuff all made like a version of it. Like
Yeah.
it was trending. And so I knew I needed to stand out and I had seen a couple like submissions and it was people just being like, "Hey, like I'm Raven, this is what I do, blah 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 blah." And I was like, "All right, I need to do that but better." And I was like,
Yeah.
"How do I do that?" And I was like, "I'm going to sing it to them." And like I'm not going to tell them that I'm good at like videography or audio or anything. I'm just going to show
You're
them.
gonna show them.
And so I cleaned my room for the first time. And
It all starts there.
yeah. And it's the only time my room was clean in Austin, honestly. But I write a song, I record it one night. Like it takes me like 2 hours to make the song. And I sing, but I'm not like a vocalist. So it's
You
not the
sing.
greatest, but you know, I was like, it's the effort that counts. So
I've seen it. It's awesome. It's an
yeah, no,
awesome video.
the video is amazing. It's honestly like one of the best things I've ever made.
It's
But
incredible.
yeah, I like self-record and I'm like editing simultaneously while recording this video. And I have Osito in it. He's dancing with me, and
Mhm.
it's an amazing video. Just saying like, "Hey, like I'm a streamer. You need someone? Like it's me, man. Like you got to pick me." And so I post it, and this I post it in the morning and it just starts to take off.
Yeah.
At least for me. I think at the end of the day before it got like demonetized for audio, it probably had like 300K views. But
Okay,
for me, like at the
huge.
time, like, oh my God, that was like crazy. I was like,
Yeah.
within like half a day, like the first half a day, I had like 50K and I was like, oh my God, I'm famous.
Yeah.
But it was just so big. It was awesome. And um that video is eventually why I moved to LA.
Mhm. They
I
said, "This
I
is
end
the
up
girl we
getting
need."
yeah, I end
Mhm.
up getting an uh not an interview, but like a second assignment. Like I
Yeah.
make the short list.
Yeah.
And there's like thousands of applicants. So this is like
Mhm.
kind of a really big deal.
Yeah.
And I make the short list. I make another video based off of the prompt. It does well. And then I'm one of like I think they said it was like 7 or 8 people
Okay.
who get to interview.
Yeah.
So I schedule my interview. Like I'm trying to keep this all on the low because I'm trying to, move in secret. Like I don't want
Yeah, yeah,
anyone to
yeah.
know that like I might get something, especially if I don't.
Real G's move in silence.
Yes, and at this point, like I again don't really have anything going for me.
Yeah.
This is
Okay.
this is kind of my lifeline. I'm like, I really hope this works out because if it
Yeah.
doesn't, like I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, you just have a
Um,
college degree and, a ton of savings and a ton
no
of cool life
experience.
experience.
At this point, I don't have a ton of savings, by the way, because Twitch wasn't really working out that well for me.
Mm,
So
okay.
while I was making money, there were months where I wasn't making enough money to like cover all my bills.
Okay, yeah.
So that's just something to keep in mind. Granted, there were months that were good. So it's like, I'm just not in the best situation.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so I'm really hoping this works out because it would be amazing. And, you know, the pandemic is ending, kind of. Things are getting a little bit better. And like, it's just a dream.
Yeah.
It's a dream, especially as someone who's like pursuing streaming, like
Yeah.
to associate yourself.
It is a very big, like, I mean, even me before I met you, like everyone in the gaming and streaming space like knows who 100 Thieves is. Like I went to their parties like even before I met you. Like it was a big thing, like, oh, you're going to the 100 Thieves party.
Yeah.
Like they were a very cool brand, a very like even when I was living in LA, I was like, what if I was a streamer and I was signed by 100 Thieves? Like I had that thought before. So it was like it is a big deal.
Yeah, it was very exciting. So when I got confirmed to like have an interview, it was going to be with JHB, Nade Shot, SM, which is someone behind the scenes, but someone that is like now a close friend of ours. And somebody else. Oh no, there were 4 people there. I don't remember who the 4th person was.
That's a lot of people to interview with. 4 people.
Yes, yeah, 4 people there. I'm like on my gamer setup, like stream setup, and I think I'm the 2nd person they interviewed the day, and it was just an amazing interview. It was great. Yeah. Nade Shot loved me. Like everyone loved me. JHP thought I was awesome. Like it was so much fun. Yeah. And like Nade Shot like compliments my lights and stuff, and he's like asking me about like how to make his lights better and stuff, and I'm like, this is like the best day ever.
Yeah.
And he during the interview, Nade Shot follows me on like Twitter. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm in. Like, like I'm in. Like the CEO and the founder of 100 Thieves just followed me after my interview. Like I'm in.
Yeah.
So I was just very, very excited. And
and then you and Billy and Alec and Samson.
Yes. And Josh.
And Josh.
Yeah. So they end up choosing 5 people. And I hear back that I'm one of the 5. And
that's where we end our story for today.
Yes. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, okay. Because we're going to talk, so next episode, we're going to talk about both of us, kind of how we moved to LA. And so obviously that's the start of your story.
Yeah.
Right before you've secured a job, an internship at a prestigious gaming organization, and you're about to make your move.
Yeah.
And then my story will start back
years
in
before
2018. You're in college at the point when I moved to LA.
I'm discovering streaming.
You're discovering streaming as I am discovering
pastry.
As I'm discovering pastry and living alone in Los Angeles and not having any money. We had very different starts to our lives in LA.
Yeah.
But yeah. When you at throughout this whole kind of point because of you being a streamer, did you think that it was something that you were going to do for a long time? Like, did you, when you were streaming, were you like, yeah, this is my kind of career. Like, I want to do this. Or was it something where like, you're like, I'm just riding this thing out and I'm going to keep on doing it until it doesn't work anymore?
I didn't know how long it was going to last. But I knew that like at the beginning of the pandemic, I discovered my love for like songwriting. And so I knew that that was something that I was also interested in.
Yeah.
And I always had a love for content creation. So I didn't know if streaming was going to be the one, but I knew that it was like a stepping stone to something that I would like. And even if it wasn't me being a creator, I also had and have an interest in like talent management or something in that realm. So it was like, it's a step in the right direction. It's closer than being in El Paso. So,
well, then final question for you. Are you going to do it again? Is Raven Raz going to return to streaming at any point? You don't have to answer.
Yeah.
You can choose to leave that up in the air as a mystery.
I feel like I could go on for another 30 minutes about my feelings on this.
Okay. Well, then we'll save it. We'll save it.
Okay.
No, thank you. Thank you for that story.
Yeah.
You talk so much.
I know.
Is your mouth, do you need water?
No, I feel good.
bad.
I think I was very, very into it. So
no,
if you guys listen this long, thank you.
It was incredible. It was awesome to hear your story kind of front to back. I've always heard it in bits and pieces and jumped around. So that was really nice.
I mean, God, I wish I could condense it eloquently, but like obviously there's so much stuff I skipped and missed, but I know some people have been wanting to know kind of like my roots and more about me. So that's,
Yeah,
I think, most of it.
that is Raven's kind of content journey, sort of the first steps.
Yes.
Maybe
So
the Fantastic Four, the first steps, as we'll call back to my intermission. um,
yeah.
no, that's awesome. I love that.
Yay.
I love hearing about you. I love listening to you talk. I think I talk too much.
Trevor talks too
I
much.
think Trevor talks too much. That's a good name for a podcast.
All right. Well, catch us next week talking about continuing my story and then talking about moving to LA.
Yeah.
And how that is.
I've told my story a little bit, so mine will probably be a shorter, more condensed version. But yeah, we're going to talk living in LA, how to become famous.
Yeah.
Also, just a quick pull back the curtain. I know we missed last week. Very sorry. We are currently in the process. We're starting the process of moving. So we are going to, we're going to kind of have a season break. So we're going to have a few more episodes. And then when we're in the middle of the moving process, as we're kind of getting all of our stuff transferred over, obviously we're going to have like a little break. But yeah, we want to come back strong. We're going to revamp. We're going to have a new space, new setup. It's going to be awesome. We got some fun ideas, and yeah, we also want to get like kind of more extracurricular stuff going. Like we talked about with members and doing streams and stuff like that. So if there's anything that you've been hoping or wanting us to do, wanting to see us do, please drop suggestions in the comments. But yeah, we're gonna move, and we're gonna lock in a little bit more.
Yeah. Like, I just want to say thank you for everyone for coming through for this version of the podcast.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know what it was going to be, and I appreciate people supporting it regardless. But we want to make it better for you, and I know there's so many things that especially I haven't been great about. Like, we want to do, the clips on Instagram, and I want to put the photos in the video, and I will do that.
No, yeah, we're like very much in our locked in era. We're moving. Yeah, we're gonna have a change of scenery. We both want to make a lot more content, both in relation to Yap Time and also outside of Yap Time. So we're getting on our content grind, and we want to ramp things up, boost things up. We want to make it better. So yeah, we appreciate you supporting us through what is an experimentation. Neither of us have ever produced a podcast before. And so it's been really fun. But yeah, we got some fun stuff coming down the pipeline. So we appreciate you listening, hanging out. We appreciate all the members, of course, as always. Yes, we've got some fun stuff in store. But yeah, come back next week for continuation, more stories.
To hear about my second bad roommate story.
Yeah, more laughs, more tears, more bad intermissions from Trevor, probably.
All right.
Yeah.
I think that's enough for today.
That's good. We'll see you next time.